and also notice that, yeah, you're intrigued by me, but I could see if I really want to love you, I'm not the kind of woman that makes you feel secure to protect and provide for. So I know you're not the match because I've been practicing for the match.
I told you she was back. A guest so nice, Kendra had to have her twice. My reaction to the Cougar Goddess is coming up next.
He's got wisdom in his tone. Never feel like you're alone. Each episode's a guiding light, bringing love out of the night. He's the distinguished professor, helping hearts in distress, sir. Navigating love's maze to find those brighter days.
Hey, welcome back everybody to my channel. I am the Distinguished Professor, and again, this is the Distinguished Professor YouTube channel. And as you saw from the intro, I'm going to be reacting to part 2 of the Sex Goddess, man. She came back on, Kendra G, so I'm going to react to this little update. But before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, make sure you tap that notification bell so you're not targeted at any one of my next sessions. As you guys know, I'll interject from time to time, but for the most part, I'll save my comments to the end. Well, without further ado, class is in session.
Hello?
Hi, Kendra.
Wow, it's the Sex Goddess.
Hi, Kendra.
This is your first time on YouTube. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I really appreciate you encouraging me to come back and do an update. But things
I encourage you to come back to do an update?
Yeah.
Well, let's start off. She is a little grayer than she was before. She need to go get that, put a little Clairol up in her hair, something, a little color, a little beiging or something to color that hair back. But she's now the silver sex goddess as opposed to just the sex goddess. So let's see what she has to say.
In the comments, you told me, I think it was you said that, I think it was your 2-year season or something. You featured my video and you said, give us an update. And I wanted to do it, but
that was a year ago.
Last year. Yeah.
So it took you a year to come back for an update?
I kept trying, but I couldn't get on. I tried many times.
Okay. Well, you look good as always.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So do you.
Okay. I remember you vividly. You are the sex goddess that is a manifester. So did you manifest this man in the last year?
I met many positive, very quality people. And one is a close friend of mine. I am entertaining someone who said that they wanted to go through 4 seasons with me and get to know me, because that's kind of like my standard of me meeting men.
No, he said he wanted to meet you at the 4 seasons, not go through 4 seasons. He said he wanted you to go through the lobby at the 4 seasons, not go through 4 seasons with you. I don't think your ass got 4 seasons left. It's fall and winter is on its way, baby. So let's see what she has to say.
Because of my work, I want them to take the time, get to know me first. So I'm excited about that, but I'm not exclusive yet, because I told the person I want to start as friends, and in the friendship, take our time and, discover if I'm really what they want, and for me to do the same thing.
I hate when women say, let's start off as friends. Let's see how that goes. No, we're not trying to be your friend. We're just trying to clap cheeks, and then we'll entertain you a little bit longer. But we ain't trying to be your friends. We're not your friends. We don't want to talk to you on the phone for hours on end. That's not what we want to do. So stop all that. Let's be friends first. Because dudes, if you fall for that, that's how your ass end up in the friend zone. Don't do that. Only way you sort of do that friend shit is if you spin in the block. And I don't even put credit to Otis into that. I don't even do that. So, but for the most part, don't do this whole friend shit. Don't fall into the friends. If you want to be friends, watch Friends. That's about as far as friends you need to get.
Do you want an exclusive relationship?
I do. Yeah.
You do. Okay. So for those who are not familiar with you, let's start from the top. What's your name?
My name is Parish Blair.
Parish. And where are you calling us from?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. And you are a sex goddess, correct?
Yes.
And that is your job?
Yes, it is.
Do you want to explain your job description for those who might be curious?
Yes, I call myself a sex goddess because I use my sexual energy to connect with God. And and when I say that, what I mean is if I'm praying for something or I want to manifest something like you have on a vision board, I go into that space when I'm being sexual with someone or if I'm masturbating. I think about what I'm praying about, like I already have it. I'm enjoying the experience in my sexual space, but I'm also telling myself I'm already blessed with what I want. So I haven't had sex still. It's been now 2 years. But you know, I still
This
keep.
is so odd to us.
She probably getting ready to say it. And again, I'm just reacting to these videos. I've never seen them, especially this one, especially. But she's like, I'm the sex goddess, but she ain't had no sex. In 2 años, chica? In 2 years, you ain't had no sex. So how are you the sex goddess? That's like me saying, I'm a USA gymnast and I ain't been in nobody's gym. Come on. Come on. Oh, my Jordan fell down. Come on, man. Come on. Like, make it make sense. And I'm sure Kendra's about to hit on that one, but make it make sense. You can't manifest a man. Your coochie ain't manifesting men. Your masturbation skills ain't manifesting men. What's going on here? We do. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
How are you a sex goddess that doesn't have sex?
Oh, told you it was coming. I knew it.
I do have sex. I have a lot of sex with myself. And I'm building up the vibration of when I'm having sex with myself. I'm thinking about how the man's going to be in my life, you know, just the simple things, the little things, the regular things like rubbing my back while I'm in the kitchen or opening up the door when I'm getting out of the grocery. Like those are the things that I'm masturbating to or thinking about when I'm being sexual. And the reason why I'm that way is because I really am a sex goddess. This is my work. So since I've spent so much time building it and elevating and clearing out all the negative stuff I have about sex, I want a man that matches that. So I'm willing to be patient. I love sex. And I shared all that with you the last time, but I really am serious. So I know I attracted a lot of men that were like, oh, okay, I want to sign up. But I think they were so respectful and understood that I know what I'm saying, but I'm coming from an honest place. So especially after they saw my page, so a lot of them were like, okay, you two out there for me. And I appreciated them being honest. So
how old are you again, Parish?
I just turned 52. I was blowing up your phone on my birthday. I was hoping, I was like, oh my gosh.
When was your birthday this year?
January 14th.
Oh, because you came on your birthday last year. Yes. Oh, we missed your birthday. Okay, 52. All right, so she's 52. All right, so Paris, Houston, Texas, a sex goddess, 52. You do have children, right?
Yes, I do. And I was going to ask you, well, I mean, I know it has to be like everybody does it, but when my daughter saw, because, you know, I had dinner with my daughter and then I came and Spirit told me to go on your show. And when she saw like, oh, these aren't creeps and these are nice people. And she saw how I was able to handle some of the situations. She was like, do you think I should try to do that? And I was like, I wish you would, because I wasn't expecting the worst, but I didn't know what to expect. But you really have a lot of good men that are really looking for love. And I wasn't the right fit for them.
Don't do it, little girl. Don't bring your ass up here. Do not do it. I'm trying to tell you.
But it was just so refreshing as a Black woman to see how many really good Black men that are single and not playing games and really genuinely looking for not sex, they're looking for feminine energy or woman. So I was like, I want my daughter to experience that because she hasn't been dating a lot. And
okay, we'll make that happen at some point. But let me ask you this: if all these great men reached out to you, why were none of them suitable for you?
Some wanted me to teach them. Some were, a lot were in the DM. At first I was very overwhelmed. I reached out to you in the DM because I was like, I wonder if you have like something to help people. Like if there's all these people reaching out and I genuinely am looking, I don't know where to start. I'm an introverted person. So if they weren't really speaking in full sentences and things like that, I didn't keep exploring it. And the ones that I did explore, some of them were young, you know, or they were the age that, you know, I don't want to go any younger than like maybe mid or late 40s, but that I noticed that they still want to have children. I can't have children, you know, and also noticed that, yeah, you're intrigued by me, but I could see if I really want to love you, I'm not the kind of woman that makes you feel secure to protect and provide for. So I know you're not the match because I've been practicing for the match.
You've been practicing for the match. Okay. All right. Well, let's do it, Parish. What kind of man are you looking for?
I'm looking for a mature person, not age specifically about the age, but a mature-minded person, an open-minded person, a very sexual person, someone who has had some experience being with a woman like me, so I don't have to, get with someone and teach them. Someone who's used to this kind of feminine energy.
I don't think anybody's been with a woman like you, Parish.
I was about to say the exact same thing. Ain't nobody been with a sex goddess. Come on now.
Well, I hope that's a positive thing. But
yeah, I mean, you are a lot. You're not. I don't think you're the average woman. So I don't think that.
I'm a simple woman. I might present a certain way, but this is a part of me too. But I'm basically out in nature. I love to cook. I'm all about family. I'm totally comfortable telling my truth. I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm not a judgmental person.
Ladies, please tell me what your truth is. How does that differ from the truth? So how does your truth differ from the truth? I'm getting tired of women say I'm living in my truth. It's all about my truth or your truth or whatever the hell y'all say these days. Bro, it's just the fucking truth. That's all it is. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
All of the things I already shared before, I'm that too. So I want someone who can see that. And I'm not mad at the men who don't, because they're just not my one. And I believe in sisterhood. So I don't break brothers down or play with them and flirt with them and all that, because that brother belongs to another sister. So I just,
So a lot of men that are in relationships reach out to you.
No, what I mean is he's not the guy he's sexy, handsome, successful, open-minded, but I could tell I'm not his queen. I'm not his goddess. So instead of dragging him on and going out on dates with him and sending him pussy pics and all that, when I know this is not the guy for me, I can refrain from.
Hold on. Who asked for pictures of this roast beef sandwich? Who was asking for pictures of this 52-year-old box? I need to know who wants pictures of the 52-year-old box. Come on now. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do. Go watch Debbie Does Dallas. She was around during that time. She was probably a teenager doing Debbie Does Dallas. Go look at that snatch. I'm sure you don't want to see 52-year-old snatch. I don't want to see it. I really don't. So I don't know who asked for these pictures.
I'm not.
Okay, so let's continue. What else qualities you desire?
Someone who's a manifester, someone who's confident in the way that they use their tongue, in the way that they speak. They know if they're saying something, they really mean it, and they're going to bring that to fruition. Someone who has good taste in music, who appreciates family, who loves a free-spirited woman. And I love brown men. I love men that look like my father, that look like my grandfather.
Okay, what's some deal breakers for you?
If I manifest someone who's showing me the older reflection of myself, somebody who is making me feel less than the good that I already have in my life, then I know that's a deal breaker.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
Yeah, I think I mentioned to you before that I have eclectic taste, so it's the inside and the outside of the man. So I usually like the men that a lot of women overlook. That I don't do it on purpose, but that's who I attract. But a handsome man, but he's handsome to me, so I can't really describe exactly what that would look like because I have an eclectic taste in men.
Okay. I don't think we had it back then, but we have something now called the Kendra Cam.
I know.
Let me see your full body.
Okay. All right.
Look great for 52.
Oh.
Okay, you look good. This is the sex goddess, Parish. All right. So, Parish, does the guy have to make a certain amount of money?
I mean, for 52, yeah, she got a lot of loose skin, but that happens with age. I get it. I know on a previous video, I was like, yeah, I could take that. Like I was Diddy, take that. I had 1,000 bottles of baby oil in my house. Like, I would lather her up in all the good baby oil and go to Pound Town while I'm playing Sexy Red in the background. I get it. I know that's what I said. I know that's where I was at. Yes, Lord. I don't know where that came from. It's Sunday. But no. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. But no, there's somebody, mama, grandmama. So transparency, at 26, I had a 52-year-old. So I had a woman her age when I was 26 years old. I wasn't dating her, just, a romp in the sand. And then she started showing me grandbaby pictures. I don't want to see that lady, especially after I just smashed. But that lady, you got to deal with a little bit of this leathery style skin that you're dealing with. And, so it's a little different. I y'all know what I would. Come on now, I maybe I'll hit this, but you guys know what has to happen. Come on, let's do it together.
1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary. 1 beer.
That's what I would have to have. Let's continue, guys.
I want him to be where he desires to be financially, and we can manifest money together. That's how I feel.
Okay. And when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was 2013.
2013. And the last time you had sex, you said was 2 years ago?
2020.
And what is the reason again you're not having sex right now? You're not gonna have sex again until you're in a committed relationship?
Well, the way I tell the people is that are interested in me is I want them to go through 4 seasons with me first. And sometimes they're like, so you want me to wait a year to have sex with you? And I'm like, well, if you hear it that way, I already know you're not the brother for me, but I'm not offended. But it's not that you wait a year, because sometimes it's January and you look up, it's June and the year is almost over. I literally mean, go through the seasons with me. Like, you appreciate seasons more than you do a year. You get to look at the seasons change, the temperature, the trees, the different birds and all the things you see.
Heifer, we can't go through 4 seasons unless it's the hotel. Like I said earlier, your ass may not make it through 4 seasons. You 52 years old. What are we talking about here? We can't go through 4 seasons. You better hope we be able to go through 4 phases of the day. You better get a calico up. You better give it up. Get that old box up. I don't know what you're waiting for. We may not make, and you talk about dating older dudes, bro, they may not make it to 4 seasons either. So you better figure it out, lady.
I'm saying go through seasons with me, take your time and explore the nuances. And if somebody's like, okay, you're too complicated, then I know that it's okay. I get it. I know I am, but I'm worth it. I really am.
Says she's
the hell you say you worth it. No. You 52. You is 52. No. Let's try again.
really worth it. What's the age range you would date? Let's be clear.
A healthy, vibrant, very youthfully minded 60-plus-year-old.
So a 60-plus-year-old man. You just said 40s, no?
And then younger, I would say mid, but more comfortably late 40s would be the youngest.
So late 40s to the 60s?
Yes.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Can I say all the things, Kendra? Because hear me. Okay.
Great.
All the good things that I said a few minutes ago about who I am as a real woman, but I want to sell the sex goddess in me to the man who really values that, a woman who knows how to adore you, a woman who knows how to heal you, who can support you, who loves sex. But I love sex for many different reasons. And I know men sometimes get deprived of that once they become a husband. It's the opposite for me. It's going to go up. You get rewarded with blowjobs when you do the right thing. You get rewarded with, the things that men, really desire, the feminine energy. And I got a lot of that.
And he also has to be okay with you teaching this to other people, correct?
Absolutely, but that goes without saying. If it's complicated, I adore men. I really appreciate men because I work with them, and if I don't make him feel comfortable, I don't want to be his queen. I want a man who can relax and say, this is who I want to be with. I feel her, I get her, and I love seeing her grow, and I want to feel that same way about him. If it's complicated and it just is push and pull, I don't want that for him, and I don't want that for myself.
Right. Let me ask you this, because I don't really know too much about your job description. Does your job description entail you having sex with other men and women at times?
Well, no. Well, if you consider mutual masturbation, then yes, that it does. The only time I was actually directly sexual with someone is when I taught a seminar called "How to Give a BJ with a Heart Full of Gratitude." But now, because I thought about it, it's like I enjoyed that seminar. It got very popular because people loved it. Wasn't about how to teach. It wasn't teaching women how to give a good blowjob. It was teaching them how to love giving it so that they initiate. And it's not something that they feel like they have to do. They like it because it makes them orgasmic.
All the ladies that I date, I need information to this class so y'all can go to it. Yes. Will we sign up? Instagram, Eventbrite. Where does she need to go? Because I need them to understand. You know, wake me up with one. If I fall asleep on a sofa, wake me up with that. Just do it just because you like to do it. It's full of fluoride, baby. Put it in your mouth. It's good for you. It's a protein shake. That's all I want you to do.
So then I really thought about that. And I'm like, do I want to make money and help other women with their sex, or do I want my own sex?
Help them, please.
Can I find another way to do this? And then Spirit told me, get a mannequin. And so I'm adjusting my space. Not that I'm doing less, but I want to make it easy because I don't value my work more than I do loving someone. Because I
understand. In this seminar, you had to actually give a blowjob as an example for the class.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh, hold up now. So, hey, how do I sign up to be the test dummy for this blowjob? I mean, I had no problem being in front of a lot of people and getting a BJ. I'm just saying, what do I need? What do I need to do to sign up for this shit? I'm trying to tell you one time. I know what I said earlier, but 52-year-old gunman is not too bad, especially when she knows what she's doing. I'm just saying, how do I sign up? Tell me where to go, please. I'm signing up.
So now you say you don't.
It was more so showing how I healed him. I was literally with other couples that were watching, and I was showing them how to use the BJ to help your man make more money. To
heal me. I need to be healed. Do you need to be healed? I need to be healed. Heal me. Parish.
Help him get rid of stress, to help him get through grief. So it wasn't really like, I know that my work sounds a certain way, but I really am coming from a really solid place, and it's valuable to marriages. That's why I'm excited now. I've helped so many people in their marriage, and so many single people, single men that go off and marry other women. I'm like, okay, I want my turn now. I got all this juicy information. I want to use it in my own sex life and my own love life.
Have you ever been married?
I have. I was married twice.
Okay, and why did each marriage end?
The first marriage ended when I was in my early 30s and I was leaving religion. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and I wasn't feeling it was authentic for me anymore. And then the second marriage ended after I had a death experience and I came back to life. It changed me spiritually, and my pussy felt different. And my husband kept telling me, I want you to go back to who you are. And I did.
Hold on. She had a death experience, a near-death NDE, near-death experience, and she come back, and the only thing that feels different is her box. I you know what? I can't wait till this lady gets 70 years old and she's telling these stories to her grandkids. Come on now, I want y'all to gather around. I'm gonna tell you a couple stories about how your grandma, she died and came back. He used her, and she came back and the pussy felt a little different. I'm trying to tell you everything. I'm telling her, made me moist. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying, like, that's what she's gonna tell her grandkids to this lady. Listen, if I'm her kids, bro, you can't bring. We are not going to grandma's house this year. We canceling Christmas on her ass.
I didn't know the sex goddess part happened. I didn't understand that. And so he said, you know, go back to the way you were, or I would rather be divorced. And so I couldn't go back. So we ended up.
What do you mean that you died and came back?
Oh, that's right. We didn't talk about that. Well, in 2010, I went in for a hysterectomy. I didn't know that I was bleeding so heavily in my cycles. And I always try to encourage sisters, you know, pay attention to that. You know, I'm so glad I got a chance to live again. But I went into my gynecologist and she kept telling me, well, you might need to look at a hysterectomy. And I didn't want that. And then one day I just felt like something's happening, something's wrong. I don't feel like life is in my body. And then when I went in, they were like, you have no blood. You need an emergency hysterectomy. And so I went in and that had complications. And then I went in for a third surgery. And in that surgery, I tasted death. And I remember looking at myself in the bed and my eyes were closed and I was disoriented because I'm like, how could I thought I was looking in a mirror. And then when my eyes were closed, I heard myself say it. I don't know how I said it because I wasn't in my body, but I said, how can I see myself? Why are my eyes closed? And then I was a part of everything and it felt like love and light and peace. And I knew if I don't stop vibrating this way, I'm not going to be able to get back in my body again. And so when I stopped, it was like a light that told me the reason why you lost your womb is because you won't give birth to your inspirations. You keep holding on to them, waiting, and you don't think you're worthy. So then you work on other people. And so the second reason is I'm loving everybody else first instead of myself. And then it told me if I just listen to that voice within, it's always right and it's leading me to the life of my dreams. So I don't know how I was able to talk, but I said if I could live again and love my kids longer, I'll do those three things. I'll do whatever spirit tells me. So that's why my husband didn't believe me at first, but years later he dated some women and they said, I follow her. I've been following her. She helps me. And so he's like, you know, I respect that you had to make the choice and I got over my pain and my anger, but the dying and coming back to life is something that's what changed me to where even though I'm introverted and I would normally not be talking about all the sexy stuff that I do in my personal life, when spirit said do it, I did it. And I didn't know, like I told you, it's turning into a tour and all these people, some people are mad and disgusted and angry and some people are saying speak your, say your shit. And
so you know what,
and I will say, getting serious now. I've heard this from people from stories that I've heard in regards to near-death experiences that they have that they heard someone say something, or that they have a new outlook on life, and now they live life a little differently than they did before. They may have taken life for granted, and now they don't. They may even come back as someone totally different than they did before. Seems like this is the case with this lady. So I've heard things about near-death experiences, or that they saw a family member and the family member told them it's not their time, but they need to do X, Y, and Z. So there's things that happen with near-death experiences that are actually true. They have been studied by psychiatrists. They've been studied by religious people, non-religious people. There's something that happens. I mean, there's a doctor that said he spoke to a lady, and the lady was able to say what happened in the operating room, who dropped what, who picked up what, who came in the operating room, the whole nine. And the only way she would have, and she was on the operating table, she would have not have known that whether she was awake or not. She wouldn't have known that unless she was outside of her body was looking, because there was things that happened behind her or in another room that she didn't see. So these things do happen. So I believe what she's sort of saying may have taken place, that something or someone told her to do something different. But I grew up a certain way, and I know the devil can appear as an angel of light, and he does lie about certain things. But like I said, she's walking in the truth that she believes, and I won't say her truth, but she's walking in the truth that she believes in. And again, based upon what I've heard, what I've seen, and what I've studied, there is something profoundly that changes with a person after they have a near-death experience. But let's continue.
But I think we did discuss this on the first time you were on the show, because when you were telling the story, I think I remember the hysterectomy part. So yes, you did share it before.
Yeah,
okay. So here's, yes.
I just want to say this really quick, because I know I got to go. But I wanted to tell you that there were multiple people that said they didn't like the way you talked to me on that live. And I was like, I feel the opposite, because you have to do your job, and you weren't ready for me, but I just felt like you were so kind to let me say that piece that I said at the end. And I just really appreciate you. That I was nervous. I might not have seemed that way, but I'm very introverted. And that's the first voice activated thing that I said. I'm ready for love. And I did it live. And you helped me do it by, I don't know if you were doing it on purpose, but by being lighthearted about it. So I just appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And for the people that hit you up that said they didn't like the way I talked to you, promptly kiss my ass. And I could teach a seminar to you on how to kiss my ass if you need lessons. She got a sex seminar. I got a kiss my ass seminar if you ever need to sign up. It would be free of charge. I won't even charge you shit. Just show up and I will show you properly how to do it. For those that hit up Parish to tell her. Now, I know you didn't like that. That was intentional for you not to like. Back to you, honey. Okay, let's do a Parish now. Parish, Houston, Texas, sex goddess. This a strong man got to deal with you, and that's strong, confidence, knows who he is, type of man can only handle a woman like you. So how can that guy reach out to you?
I think the better place is on, I believe that it's on Instagram, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed with how that inbox builds up. And I don't know if you have any suggestions to how to go through the people.
I have no suggestions. I don't check my DMs.
Okay.
All I do is I put you out there, and then you got to deal with the raft of the, and I know men are going to be reaching out to you all kinds of ways. So it's, how do you want to do it? You want to do your DMs again, your Instagram?
I'm not prepared to do any other way, but I appreciate you, Kendra. Thank you so much.
Well, wait, you gotta give them your Instagram. Now everybody knows it.
All right. It's Sexy Spirit TV.
Sexy Spirit TV on Instagram, right? Okay. So this is Sexy Spirit TV on Instagram. I'm still learning how to do these signs, but you know, you talked about blowjobs. I think this guy, I don't know how to show it on, how do I show it on the screen? Is there a way to show it on the screen when somebody sends these super chats? They tell me about, I know how to do it, but Thomas.
This is the early on in Kendra's life. She didn't know what now she got a whole singles app. I wonder if Parish is on the singles app. But Kendra definitely knows how to show those super chats now. But let's continue. We're almost done here.
B paid $10 for me to tell you he wants a money-making BJ. I don't know what that means.
I'm sure he does.
We sure that class is over though, correct?
I teach it, but I don't teach it by doing that to anyone, and my man will understand completely how that's done. So if that's something that's interested, the spirit comes before the flesh. So approach my spirit, and perhaps you'll understand what that's about.
Okay, got you. So James Townsend, I know you sent your $10 in, but that wasn't enough, child. All right, one more time. It's Sexy Spirit TV. This is Parish, Houston, Texas. Sex goddess 52, manifesting her husband. So keep me posted how it goes. Happy birthday again. So you were 51 last year?
I was 51, and then also my daughter's name. I know you've got thousands of names, but her name is Brooke, and I have an opportunity to find love as well.
Okay, well, shout outs to Brooke. We'll try to get you on. All right. Bye, Parish, boo. Ooh, yeah.
All right, so there we have it. There is round 2 of the Sexy Goddess, the Cougar Goddess. I don't know if there's a round 3. I'm gonna have to check to see. I won't show her Instagram this time. I showed it last time. But what did you guys think? What do you guys think of Miss Sexy Goddess? If this was your mom, your sister, your grandmother, your auntie, how would you feel about that? I'd love to know. Either, I mean, yeah, write them in your comments. Put the comments in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys have to think about it. But again, I enjoyed listening to what she had to say. I don't think there's much wrong with what she had to say. She's living the life that she wants to live. I have no issues with that. I'm happy that she's living her life wild and free. I'm glad that she's able to understand, what she wants out of life, and she hasn't had a relationship since I think she said 2010, and she hasn't had sex in over 2 years. So, she's not out here just throwing her box out. all over the place. So I respect her. I respect what her thoughts and what her views are. Hopefully she finds the man that she's looking for. If not, hope she has a cat or a dog that she can grow old with. I know she definitely has a few fucking roses in her house or a dildo or whatever the hell she got. I know she keeps batteries in line. Hope she talked to Elon Musk to go get some goddamn Tesla batteries as much as she's having masturbating and trying to manifest that man. But well, no, other than that, man, I have no issues with her. I need to find out. I don't know how old her daughter is. If her daughter's over 20, we got to find out who Brooke Blair is, and she has the same views. I'd rather get the younger version. Give me the apple, and y'all can keep the tree. But no, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I definitely appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, listening to my commentary, watching these videos with me. I definitely appreciate it. And let me say something. If you guys are in the Charlotte area, October 24th, 2024, we are having a singles mixer at the Royal Tot. That's me, and most of you guys know I'm on the Grown Men Talking panel on Sundays between 4 and 6. So if you have not checked out the Grown Men Talking panel from 4 to 6, it's Grown Men Talking on YouTube. Definitely check that out. But if you're in the Charlotte area or surrounding areas and you want to meet your match, because we're doing a singles mixer for our dating show Meet to Marry, definitely come out October 24th, 2024. It's going to start at 6 o'clock from 6 to 10 at the Royal Tot. Definitely come check that out. But again, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. And as you guys know, without further ado, class dismissed. So if you like this reaction and want to watch another one, click here. But make sure you remember, class is always in session. Stay sharp, stay informed, stay distinguished. They call me the distinguished